So, again, the nurturing email sequence is the email automation, creating upsell offers to your existing customers with scarcity. So, scarcity is like basically time boxing things. A lot of people won't make a decision unless they're pressed. And a good way to press people is give them a time window, a window of time. So, just some things you might want to consider. So ultimately, again, if you think about the marketing automation that I just talked about, you want to create a high conversion process that runs on autopilot. So it's really good if you can kind of see your whole customer journey and you can automate as much of that as possible. It doesn't mean that you can't reach out to people in the funnel in a more manual way, right? So, website basics to optimize your website. So, some questions that you can read later. Does your website clearly explain who you are and what you do? Does your homepage have calls to action? Does your story represent your passion for the business? Do you have social proof, customer quotes, reviews, testimonials? Do you clearly define your services, your pricing, your warranties, all the information that people would need? Are you collecting people's email addresses where possible so you can remind them about your brand? Do you have trust logos? So I often recommend having like this website is secure logo. So again, if you type into Google free security scan, you can go and sign up for one of these products and it scans your website, and if it's looking good, it gives you a little logo you can put on the bottom. Highly recommend that. Make sure you have all of those add this buttons on your website where people can like your Facebook page directly from your website, etc. So a few little checklists. So again, hopefully you've written down some action items that you can complete in the next 30 days. If you're like me, a lot of people right now are stuck at home. So I just thought this was a good opportunity for you to take a fresh set of eyes to your website. Again, if you don't have a website, you might want to consider one if you own a business. Even if you don't own a business, for personal branding, which is our next week's course, so same time, Thursday, 7 p.m. Hopefully I'll fix the streaming a little bit because I think we dropped off a couple times. But I've also recorded this so I can send out a recording. I also have the original recording of this webinar. So I apologize if some people got dropped. But I will send that out. Again, if you want any of these materials, please email me at info@digitaldesks.ca. And anyone who emails me, I'll send the slides. I'll send the original recording of this webinar. I'll send, if I can, the new recording. And I'll also send you an invite for next week's session, which is, of course, I can't see it right here, but it is. So I run a little coaching brand called Enterprise Warrior, and this was a personal branding webinar that I did. And so next Thursday at 7 p.m., again, if you don't have a business, you still need a website, and I'm going to explain why with the personal branding workshop, which we'll do next week. So just to finish up here, originally this was all, the idea of this webinar was that some of the stuff I've talked about is a little bit more complex. So if you're a techie, you can go do it yourself. But if that frightens you and it's not your forte, then of course you can just reach out to any of your web design companies you want. My company is called Red Maple Media, and we'd be happy to help you. So yeah, maybe I'm going to try and see if we can do a couple questions here. This will teach me how to use Zoom a little bit better. So let's just see how successful we can be at doing this. I did see Zoom acting a bit strange, so we'll have to see how this works here. But let's see what happens here. I'm going to stop sharing. And let's just see. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work today. So anyway, maybe I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry I went over a little bit. And hopefully I'll see you next time. So Thursday, 7 p.m. right where you're watching right now. And if you can tell your friends, that would be cool too. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you